cell phone thing with me and turn it off, turn it down. I appreciate it, so that you can fully enjoy Giving Headlines with Katherine Gorham.
My name is Katherine Gorham, and this is Giving Headlines. In our first story, Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine recently went into extreme detail about the disposal of fetal tissue practiced by women's health organization Planned Parenthood. Oh, so now you start caring about responsible disposal? I'm sorry, I bet Mike DeWine doesn't even recycle. An abortion happens in one day. Plastic lasts forever. In other news, many have expressed shock over Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders being asked to visit the Vatican. What's shocking about that? Yeah, sure, he's only a presidential candidate, and yeah, a Jew, but he's definitely the best man for the job as far as Pope impressions are concerned. They're just gonna dress him up in Pope clothes, Parent Trap style, and hope for the best. Maybe pierce his ears in a cabin in the woods, we'll see. They didn't even have to tell Bernie Sanders, he's just gonna move his hands enough while he talks, and the Italians will be like, oh, see, that's our guy. And then their parents will fall in love again. In other news, Donald Trump's campaign manager recently promised the GOP that his campaign would be, quote, more professional in the future. More professional? I'm sorry, you're a presidential candidate. You had 3 jobs. Kiss babies, be professional, and be professional. A presidential candidate promising to be more professional is like your doctor promising to be more sober for your next surgery. In this metaphor, my knee is representational of the nuclear launch codes. Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm so excited. Now we'll head over to our junior political correspondent and resident brown-noser, Dan Chapkin.
Thank you, Katherine. So, we are currently in a presidential election year, which means it's time for American citizens to begin to take stock of everything they believe in order to select a new leader of the free world. Then, come polling time, they're able to cast their votes for one of 2 people who maybe sort of kind of line up with those beliefs, more or less. But at least it's not as bad as the other person. Now, this lesser of 2 evils scenario comes up a lot in American politics due to the nature of our 2-party system. But if it's problematic, then why do we still employ it? Well, I don't know. Why does my dad still wear New Balance sneakers and use a BlackBerry? Change is hard. Now, but you don't have to take my word for it. One of the earliest opponents of the formation of political parties was none other than George Washington himself. In his famous farewell address, Washington made it clear that he saw the formation of the 2-party system as nothing more than a giant poop on America's living room carpet. Quote George Washington, no, hey, we do not do that in here, we do that outside. Stop that. Bad Secretary of State. End quote. Now, the main problem with the 2-party system are as follows. Essentially, it limits the choices of the American people, it promotes extremism, and it creates an us-them mentality. And,
Excuse me, Dad.
I'm sort of in the middle of a segment here.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, and I apologize. However, the lunch polls are up, and we need your vote. So far in the running is Chinese and some old dog turds we found by the back of the dumpster.
What was? Look, never mind. I worked really hard on this, and everyone's really excited about the draft that's coming up. Can we just take care of this later? Action?
No, not action. We are not rolling. Not rolling. Give me your vote, and then you can get back to your thing.
Okay, just put me down for Chinese, I guess. My doctor made the sodium thing sound like a suggestion anyway.
Okay. Speed. Rolling.
Okay. Sorry about that. We're here at the graphs. So, as you can see here, the 2-party system is actually detrimental for political discourse.
Hey, Chapkin! What's it now? What's this I hear about you picking Chinese food? I thought you were a good person. You're my friend's godfather, man. My office.
Well, look, I'm sorry. I just really want to get to this. I worked really hard on it, and, you know.
Wait, so now I'm stupid for wanting to eat dog feces?
No. Look, they only give me 3 minutes to get through this, and I haven't even started my PowerPoint yet, so.
My grandfather ate dog feces for lunch every single day when he worked on the show back in the Depression. It was all he could afford.
Well, okay, but we don't live in a depression. I mean, we can afford Chinese. You drive a full-size Honda.
Is that my grandfather stupid?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
This opportunity for productive civil discourse is over. You missed your chance.
Okay, I can still make this work. We're just gonna have to, hold action, whatever. We're just gonna have to skip a few slides here. Just get through a couple of these. Perfect. Okay, now, as you can see here, the two-party system leads to a sort of extremism. When we examine it from a position of game theory, we see that it's actually in best candidate's best choice to become as far from moderate as possible. It's actually quite interesting. What ends up happening is oh. Cut. Does no one care that we're filming a segment right now?
Yeah, whatever. So about this lunch thing, we did a survey. We realized that we weren't going to win, so we switched all of our votes from Chinese to pieces of raw tree bark to secure the vegan vote.
So just so I'm clear, my segment's scrapped, and now my choices for lunch are between some dog turds you guys found out back and some old tree bark you found in the forest?
Well, actually, the tree bark is from out back too, and full disclosure, most of it has some dog turds on it.
Okay, well, I don't like either of those. I'm just going to keep my vote for Chinese.
I mean, you could do that, but you know it's not going to win. And is it not eating dog turds more important than not eating tree bark with some dog turds on it?
Whoa. What's going on here? You're not allowed to campaign this close to the lunch polls.
Yeah, like you've never used underhanded tactics before? I've been trying to talk to Jerry all day about our platform, and you guys have just been walking around him aimlessly, so we can't speak in private.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize gerrymandering was a crime.
Well, maybe it's not, but it sure ain't right. Now, why don't
I'm
you go in
gonna
the
tell
back,
everyone that scene
eat
you
your
told
dog
me.
shit,
Everyone's gonna
right?
think you're a
Nothing
gigantic
special,
weirdo. Y'all
and-
so look
Guys,
down.
guys! Do either of you even like the lunches that you're fighting for?
Well, no.
Not really, no.
But I'm sure as hell not eating tree bark.
Okay. Well, what if we tried something different? You know, something that sort of tastes like shit, but is still actual food that humans eat. Would you guys be cool if we just made Hot Pockets?
Yeah, I guess that could work. I kind of like the ones with pretzel crust.
You know what? Me too.
Maybe we're not so different after all.
Wait, guys. Now, what do you say we go eat some lunch, huh?
Not so fast.
Who are you?
I am a metaphor for the Electoral College. And since I get final say no matter what you voted for, I'm protecting my own interests. Now, you can all go out back and pick up after Prince Tittlebits here, because you'll all be eating dog shit for the next 4 years.
Back to you, Catherine.
Thank you. This just in. Scientists at Yale University have discovered the cause for the Republican Party's infatuation with the preservation of the human fetus. Unfortunately for them, no fetus in this uterus would ever comply with them, no matter what sort of promises they made about its safety. And I know my mom is in the audience, and I just wanted to be super clear that there is not a fetus in my uterus. Thank you so much. Now we'll head over to our senior national news correspondent, Mike Flandreau, for a daily report.
Catherine.
Yeah?
Never mind.
Okay, take it away, Mike.
You know what? Actually, I feel kind of rude for interrupting Dan's segment just before, and I know we worked together on something, so maybe you care to join.
No, I mean, we didn't prepare anything together.
Dan, you know what's going on out there. We did something.
Okay, just get on with it, because I'm really looking forward to this segment today. There's been a lot going on out there lately.
Thank you, Catherine.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine.
Reporting live from the other side of the stage, I'm Mike Flandreau, and it looks like everything's fine. Yep, I've been pounding the pavement, as they say, and I can say with the authority of a qualified newscaster that, quote, that It's all good. End quote. I think the biggest problem is still that lunch thing.
Hey, Mike, you were in charge of covering current events nationwide. You're saying that nothing is going wrong?
Yep, everything's okie dokie.
Yes, sirree, America, doing great.
Smooth sailing.
No problemo.
Everything's fine.
Got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Okay, yeah, that might be true. What are the 99 problems?
No, Catherine, that's just a phrase. It means there are no problems.
I don't think that's true for the world or for the song. I think Jay-Z has like a lot of problems.
Catherine, I may be a journalist, but I can also say with the authority of a qualified rapper that it's correct. There's no problems.
Okay, well, what about police brutality?
Solved. We just fired all of them.
Okay, that might not be true.
Catherine, I'm a journalist, okay?
I, too, am a journalist.
Okay, what about the wage gap?
I just got off the phone with Jennifer Lawrence in the back, and it seems like we're in the clear.
Arts education.
Got rid of it.
Bee population.
Dead and gone. No worries.
Healthcare for veterans.
They're all dead, too.
Does that sound like a solution to you? Appropriation.
Well, you're here running the show, aren't you?
Well, no, appropriation is a thing between cultures, not a feminist thing.
Oh, no, appropriation. We solved that.
Yeah, talk to Chief.
An Indian chief? A Native American?
Oh my God, Catherine.
Okay.
It's 2013.
It is 20.
No, it's not, and don't turn this against me. Okay, money and politics.
They still got it.
No, that's a bad thing.
Communist.
Monsanto.
He's gonna pull through.
No, it's not a guy, it's a conglomerate that
He's just
manipulates
taking it
farming.
one step at a time.
Our prayers are with him.
Family's pulling through.
Blood diamonds.
Oh, beautiful.
No, they're bad, they're bad.
Oh, right.
Well, we found a way to clean them so there's much less of an
less
age
of an age
risk.
They're not an AIDS risk.
I disagree, Catherine Sharp.
Edges.
Okay, Mike, you didn't prepare anything, did you? If you admit it, I'll let you stop.
No. Nothing.
Okay, Mike, just go put in the minimal amount of effort. Just go read the first page of any newspaper. Come back and find something to talk about for your segment.
Yeah, I'll go do that.
Thank you. Moving on. As if primary politics weren't convoluted enough already, we have just added a new element, the pre-debate debate period, in which the two candidates in the Democratic Party argue over whether or not to set up a formal meeting to argue. Bernie Sanders requested a formal debate in Hillary's home state of New York, and it took her over 2 weeks to agree, at which point she didn't agree to any of his proposed dates or times. Quote Hillary Clinton, "I'm sorry, you're a great guy. It's just I'm really trying to focus on my work right now. I have so many emails to send, and I'm practicing moving my shoulders up and down to simulate breathing. It's just that I'm very busy. Please stop calling me." And now we'll head over to our business correspondent and human leech, Liam. What are you doing?
You give me a raise, so I'm multitasking. Today, I am going to offer you both an insightful piece of news that is also an exciting investment opportunity. By the end of this segment, you will all be shareholders in Prisons by Liam. Does anyone want to sign up right now?
Jesus.
That's fine. A banner is supposed to come down with a flowchart explaining the plan.
Why would you think that?
Chris, the intern, promised me he would set it up.
Chris, the intern, is a compulsive liar.
It's fine. I'll just explain it with words.
Okay, Liam, you can't.
Like Andrew Jackson in the old days.
You can't own a prison.
Yes, I can. Thanks to Ron Reagan starting the war on drugs, there's been a drastic increase in the need for incarceration, which has led to the rise of private prisons. And starting today, you can all be part of that lucrative opportunity.
You're trying to profit off of crime, suffering, and misused taxes. That seems immoral.
You don't want to invest in my company and help keep Americans safe, Catherine? Private prison companies, like the Corrections Corporation of America, which is real, get contracts from state governments all across the country. It's normal.
Okay, so what's the advantage? Are private prisons more effective?
Privatization advocates argue they are.
Is that true?
Yes, it is true that they argue that. Look, have you ever heard of Wicca?
You mean like pagan witchcraft?
Ha! Got you. Wait, now we can deal with that. Later, Tim. Later. Capitalism is like Wicca. It's magic. If you make anything a private company, capitalism allows it to offer the same service for less money.
So economics is witchcraft and can operate outside the laws of physics.
It makes sense, Katherine. How could gravity influence money? I mean, okay. I'm going to be honest with you. Private prisons are more expensive, more dangerous for prisoners, guards, and nearby civilians. And worse than government prisons in every way. But we can do this, guys. No one will ever catch us. Humanity has way bigger problems to deal with. I mean, the planet is melting and filled with terrorists and people who think prank videos are funny.
Okay, there are
And
laws in place to stop people like you.
all laws must be enforced by people, Katherine. And all people can be bribed. I've already mortgaged my Honda Civic Coupe and bought 4 state senators.
Hey, don't just say that out loud.
Bribery's common practice. Just call the bribes senatorial education stipends and filter them through a non-profit. It's genius.
Okay, but why wouldn't you invest in something cool like an artisanal honey shop or that iPads for Dogs startup?
Because those things have to provide an actual quality product in order to survive. It's hard. Private prisons have guaranteed government money, can use the war on drugs and immigration paranoia to manufacture constant demand, and don't have to meet any of the same regulations that government prisons do. We can refuse to take violent offenders, understaff our guards, throw out medical care. Most of us don't even want to give that to innocent people, am I right? And feed the inmates basically anything they can fit in their mouths. They're like goats.
Okay, don't call inmates goats. It sounds like you're neither reforming your prisoners or keeping the public safe for them. Liam, you already have a job and like a ton of job security because your mom owns our parent network. Why are you doing this?
Because I don't want to drive that crap Civic Coupe anymore. I want a full-size Honda Civic sedan. And with a small investment in Prisons by Liam, you could all be driving sedans too.
What's the investment?
Well, it costs $80 million to build a prison, and there's 50 of us, so I need $1.4 million from each of you.
Okay, wrap it up. Is that worth it?
Yes, Katherine!
I mean morally.
I mean morally too. It's not our job to be good, it's the government's job.
Well, if you're bribing the government, then
That
that's
must mean it's okay, because like we've just said, it's their job to be good, so they wouldn't let us do it if we weren't doing good.
Okay, wrap it up.
No, one more thing. If you want to invest with me, you do have to make a deal with the devil.
What kind of deal?
Your undying soul. It was worth it! He looks like Al Pacino.
Bye. If you made a contract with Satan, does that mean you have to quit working here finally?
No. Old Lucifer said I could stay on Earth as long as I was never truly happy.
Great. After eating rice cereal, which is a common first food for infants. In response, the FDA promised a maximum of 100 parts per billion of inorganic arsenic in baby food. Some of you may be wondering, why not non-arsenic in baby food? In other news, a dentist in France was recently sentenced to 8 years in prison after purposefully performing unnecessary and painful procedures on his patients. Many are accusing him of being a sadist or someone who enjoys inflicting pain on other people, or as some people are calling him, a dentist. We'll be right back.
Katherine, I was just on the internet for like 2 minutes, and it turns out there's actually a ton of problems.
Yeah, did you pick one to talk about for your segment?
Did you know global warming is going to affect us in our lifetime?
Oh yeah, I actually have a lot to say about
That
that.
there's people in the world that still go hungry? And oh my god, Africa? There's so much bad stuff that happens in Africa, and racism still exists, that's the thing. The economy's been to shit the last 10 years. Rob Williams is dead. People are naming their children Chad. Catherine, I'll start recycling, I promise. Or I'll join the Peace Corps. Or I'll adopt a Taiwanese child. Or
Hey, buddy. It's gonna be okay.
really?
No. Well, we gotta go back on air in like 2 minutes, so you gotta pull it together. Hey, you wanna watch Family Matters on Netflix? Yeah? Okay. Here you go, come on.
I'm still gonna join the Peace Corps after I finish all that season.
Suit up team, let's get some regional promos out of the way during the break.
New York City.
Hey New York, coming at you with all the election coverage, analysis, and current events you need to stay on top.
Long Island, New York.
Are you angry at everything?
Do you feel bitter, venomous hate on a daily basis?
We're trying to get gas or find cell phone service.
Well, so do we, and we're here to bring you the bleak news to let everyone else know you're right to feel that way.
Alabama.
Yeehaw! I don't know how a little lady like me got a hold of this great big news show. Good thing I have these men to help me.
Duck hunting.
And cousins!
Big old pickup trucks.
They're not watching this show.
Washington State.
Tastes like soot and pebbles. Oh, hey Pacific Northwest, we're just starting off our day with some home roasted coffee. Tune into the Katherine Gorham Lesbian News Hour.
About parkas, drums, and earth mother.
Southern California.
Hola, espectadores. Unente a nosotros en Dar Titulares con Katherine Gorham. Chris, does Dar Titulares have the same, like, comedy as giving headlines, you know?
Perrito, el jefe de colores, ¿dónde está la biblioteca? Lo siento, pero no hablo español.
Thanks, Chris.
De nada.
England.
Welcome to Her Majesty's most loyal news hour, her colonist stronghold in the States, and Katherine Gorham.
Bergamo.
All the news fit for a lord or lady.
And straight news with me, Danny Chaffins.
Internet promos.
Quick, do it in 6 seconds or I'll stop caring.
Well, camera A, follow me this way, please. Come over here. Right! I grabbed
Oh, that's perfect. 6 seconds. Great. Excellent. Welcome back. For our last segment, I'd like to talk to you about something that we can all agree on. The way we eat is disgusting. And not just disgusting for our bodies or for the space under my desk.
Sorry.
It's disgusting for the planet, too. Though the bathrooms at Taco Bell might argue that our bodies are taking most of the hits, we're doing a number on a bunch of other species and the environment with our gross gluttony. Nothing? Okay. The average American consumes 209 pounds of meat per year. That means that each of us, on average, is eating 10 cows in a lifetime. Now, that may not sound like a lot until you convert it into cats. Then you're eating 160 cats.
Or worse, over 250,000 spiders.
Did you just put that off the top of your head?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Catherine,
We've talked about this.
see, here it is.
You can't use the show to talk about your meat stuff. Ratings go down, people hate it.
I thought we decided that ratings don't go down and people don't hate it as much as you do. I think most people are reasonable people.
It's gross, and I don't like broccoli.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That sounds like a you problem. I want you to close your eyes for a minute.
What is happening?
It's the utopian world I created for when Liam does too much cocaine and there's a hole in the set. That's where I go when I close my eyes.
Why is the intern in your dream sequence?
Oh, I'm just massaging kale for Catherine. It tastes much better afterwards.
I have breaking news on the Kraft crisis. They're going under, bankrupt. They just can't compete with the low prices of good old-fashioned fresh produce. Soon we won't have to eat cheese packaged like baseball cards ever again.
I have a news story for tomorrow. They're making nutrition part of the core curriculum. so even minorities and poor people will know what's healthiest.
There's more.
Yeah, they're replacing dodgeball with vinyasa yoga. All the children will learn to salute the sun instead of the slightly larger children in the hallways.
Do you want to see my pictures of my scuba diving expedition? It was especially beautiful because no one uses unsustainable methods of ocean fishing, which is the leading cause of habitat destruction and species extinction.
Catherine, is that a ring on your finger? Oh, yeah, in this world I'm married to Bernie Sanders. Okay, that's enough.
That is enough.
Okay, that's where I draw the line. I am not massaging kale for you.
No, it's just for when I need to relax.
No. The intern is right, okay? We didn't sign up for this. You can't make me eat quinoa. I still get nightmares about
I
it.
didn't make you eat quinoa, I just served it at a birthday party.
Tell that to my bed sheets.
Okay, I'm moving on with my segment. But enough about our bodies. What is meat doing to the planet?
Oh, vegan girl. It's gonna make us feel bad again.
Yeah, geez, Catherine, don't you know you need protein to farm these guns?
If I can kill a tiger, I should be allowed to eat a tiger.
Can you kill a tiger?
How much does a tiger weigh?
600 pounds.
Yeah. I feel like if you can lift it, you can kill it.
Stop. Okay, I'm trying to help you. Where is Mike? Is he the only one who doesn't care when I talk about food?
Nope, he hates it too. He's just still watching Family Matters.
Great. Firstly, greenhouse gas emissions. Livestock and their byproducts are accountable for 3.2 billion tons of carbon dioxide per year and 51% of all worldwide greenhouse gas emissions. That is a whole lot of cow farms.
And that doesn't sound so bad until you realize that's 10 trillion spiders. They're releasing 10 trillion spiders into the air every year.
Whose side are you on?
The spiders.
Kristen, I know that you care about the planet. You're trying to save energy. I'm just saying, you can turn off your heat or ride your bike to work and power your TV by the kinetic energy of your elliptical, and you still would be that still wouldn't keep the cows you eat from farting up a literal storm.
Digestive gases and bovines are the root of all my problems, not the fact that Liam would be a better news anchor than me.
I'm Catherine, and I'm obsessed with cow farts.
I'm Katherine, and I'm going to feed Beano to cows so no cow ever farts ever again.
I do not sound like that. I'm just gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. Okay. This next topic is very important to Californians like myself. Water. I don't know if you Long Islanders, with your weather and rain and climate that humans could actually survive in, are aware, but over on the West Coast we're having some serious water problems.
Oh my God, Catherine, shut up. We get it. You're from California, but you've lived here for like 5 years.
She told me she doesn't even know how to surf.
Yeah, she's not even a natural blonde.
Yeah, and Catherine, what are you talking about? You take 15-minute showers.
How do you know that?
Let's not get off topic here. She's a water waster. Good old-fashioned tri-state area water waster.
Okay, hold on. Here's the thing. Agriculture is responsible for 80 to 90% of U.S. water consumption. Animal agriculture is no small part of that. It takes 2,500 gallons of water to produce 1 pound of beef.
Or 16 spiders.
That means that if you, Liam, took a 2-minute shower and then fed your friends some In-N-Out burgers, while I turned the shower on, represented by Chris, you know what to do. We practiced this. Then I eat an avocado kale salad while the shower heats up, use the steam to create my own personal hot yoga session, leave the water running while I drive on 3 to 5 of our incredible freeways, get on Santa Monica and go for a swim, contemplate a half-hearted attempt at following the Buddhist faith, smoke a joint in the parking lot of a Whole Foods with a guy named Chad, buy myself a new crop top, come home where the shower is still running, look at my reflection in the fogged up mirror for 4 hours while listening to California Girls on repeat, then take a 15-minute shower and I still would be using less water than you. This is the same as all of that. Thank you. I'm sorry for getting worked up. You can make fun of my plants eating all you want, but when someone threatens my Californianness, I get upset. But the real problem here is still animal agriculture.
The real problem is your fragile sense of self.
And nobody wants to talk about it. Remember, this is the cause that Oprah died for.
Oprah did not die for this cause.
Loves bread, though.
Yeah, and she has no association with this segment or this program.
Is she sure?
Yeah.
Okay, well, she didn't die, but she did have to pay like $1 million in legal fees. Back in the 90s, Texas cattle ranchers sued Oprah for defaming the meat industry.
You can't sue Oprah.
The meat industry can. Fortunately for her, she had the wealth and legal and Illuminati resources she needed to win the case. But a lot of people have died for the cause. Over 1,100 land activists have been murdered in Brazil over the last 20 years alone.
If you ever feel like you need to die for the cause, you know I'd always be here to take over the show if you need me to.
And there would be one less person to battle with over resources when the effects of our unsustainable behavior create food shortages around the world.
Or when our dairy cows rise up against us. We've all seen Little Vampire, we know what happens.
If Catherine dies for this cause, we can finally watch puppy videos in the office without anyone crying.
No one will tell us how important communication is whenever we bump into someone.
It's important.
And no one would accuse me of mansplaining every time I try to teach improv.
No one would talk to us like this. I want Catherine!